Sekgosa sa Insider, sediba sa gago sa ditaba, the news platform for Sekgosa and surrounding areas. #diringjamasa. #diringjamasa.
Ke je sebaka se go amoela ona Sekgosa se Insider na ke rabo wa matswiki. Na se bontsha re tlo ba re ya balto ya sekolo sa Berea Primary sona se khumane ya ka motseno wa Rotterdam. Bona ke thoya sekolo ya shopa difoka. Bona ke re rantswa Suzan Maeko ba khumane ya Senwamokgope ona Sekgosa. Ile ne ke je sebaka se ke ba moele e bile ke ba lebuise ka award ya ba isupile ka excellent in primary school leadership. Principal Maeko re ya moela ka Sekgosa Insider.
Ke a leboha sis.
Ele na re leboa wa moediwa ka ele tseba hore ka more disitjo ke lebaka la re le supile se focus sa excellent in primary school leadership ke be go bela le tlhalosetse nyana hore na Suzan Maeko ke mane before re ka tsena ka se re disitjo ka monase.
Okay, ke a leboha sis. Suzan Maeko nkuzana is a teacher, a leader, a principal of the school. Ke motho wa o rata bana. And then that's why I ended up giving a teacher. Yeah, thanks.
Miss Maeko, go bela le re boje abe hore na ka re ra le bona le actor story se se bitwa ke of land of blood le tshisa re ibile le ya actor go bela re tlhalosetse nyana le khona be andlo jaje o ka mga jona di ije bedi kana kwenti.
Okay, thanks so much. Now I'm a teacher, I'm a principal, I'm a leader, I'm a Christian, and also an actor. Why acting? You know, ke motho mongwe wa hore mo ke le wona ke rata o tshisa batho. It started there. You know, wherever ke le wona batho ba borei. So ke mo ke bonle hore ke na le this gift ya hore I can act. Yeah. So beside teaching, ka fetjella le nna ka ya audition, then ka ba le lucky ka ba one of the batho ba khumane hore ba khumana sebaka se sa hore ke actor. That's where it started. Yeah.
Okay, ke la principal re a zeba mara go pala re botsa before le ka fit how ba principal le shomile gae le teacher golong de feo.
Okay, thanks so much. Now I started teaching maybe 24 years back. Ke khale. I was only 21 years when I started working. I did not even know how to use money. To me, I was like, you get paid for the whole year. For 1 month, is for the whole year. And when I get paid for the second month, February, I was like, what? What am I going to do with this money? Because it was too much for me. Because I was still young. I started working at 21. At Berea Primary School, Rotterdam, and I taught there for 12 years. Then I got promoted as an HOD. I was still young there. I think by then at that school I was the youngest. And I got kumana promotion again as the youngest HOD. Kaba HOD for 8 years, and then from there ka yaramaite ka R&R redeployment ka bereka Ramaite Primary School mo site ya wholesale for another 4 years under the leadership ya the late Principal Anakana. That is where I taught oro kikumane bergeni matimba ya ku leader. Because the late Nakana was this good leader. And bani groomer from a young age. There's nothing that can. So that's where I started to see being a leader. It starts from the heart, you know, giving love to those who are leading. So unfortunately, the month that I got promoted as a principal, that was 2011, on July 15th. Where I got promoted as a principal at Berea. Unfortunately, Mr. Nakana visited me to the school just to bless me, and then 2 weeks after, he passed on. So from there, I started leading. I must be a good leader. Yeah, that's where I started.
Principal Maeko ba winne award e bijoga excellent in primary school leadership. Les edwa byani les edule byani e ba le visa ba Miss Maeko le winne award e le namela stage. Maeko dole na ibila fiyo.
Hey, I started in the second level, Vela, and then I won representing the second. We went to the cluster. I got number 1 there from the cluster level, and then from there I represented the cluster to the district, and then from the district I got position 1 again. So going to the provincial level, it was very tough because I was competing with the rest of the district. We've got 13 districts. So we competed, and then I did not even I was scared in the first time. Like, in the first place, I thought maybe I will get number 1, 2, or 3, but not beyond that. So from there, I started waiting for the day of the announcement, the result.
Hey.
And then by going there, they started at because we were not, top 3. I knew I'm a top
Amongst
3.
the list, top 3.
Yeah, because they visited our school to verify whatever we said we are doing. They came to the school to verify everything. They interviewed our learners, teachers, SGBs. So, but there on that day, when they announced the result, they started at position 3. And then they called this other principal from Venda. And then coming to position 2, it was not me. And then I started crying. I thought I have lost. So I just closed my eyes and then I prayed, God, you know, because really what I'm doing at school in the community, I deserve to be that principal. So when they called my name as number 1, I could not even believe it until my second manager who came to my table to say, hey, let's go. So my second manager, my district senior manager, they were so happy. They supported me, Pomeste, Maululu, and whatsoever from the district. They were there, and they were so happy. So they took me to the stage because I could not even walk. I was so happy. And then the MEC, Dederen. So it was so interesting, you know, to have received whatever that I received there. Yeah.
Principal Maeko le na le thutheleditswe ke eno re level mother auzenela phadisano ya leadership ke ne se le thutheleditse gore le khona go fita mo le fitile ona.
Okay, thank you so much. Lexi nga ni susumeta ngopfu ku ri ni nghenelela this leadership competition, because aka this competition is not all about what you are doing as a principal at school.
Hey.
It's all about what you are doing as a principal, what you are doing as a human being, as a leader in the community. What is it that you are doing to your learners and everyone that you are working with, more especially in the community or around the community that you work with. So to me, you know, since started working at Rotterdam in 2011, there's a lot that I have contributed to the community. You know, I don't want to mention one by one, but you know, you go to Rotterdam community, they know I'm doing a lot to the kids, to the community members. So yeah, that's where I sat down and say, when I read all the questions that were being asked in that category, I felt like this is me, because they are talking of the contribution to community, to learners who are in need. And I'm that principal who always give back to learners. I'm buying them uniforms. I'm going to their homes to see what is happening, especially to those whom you sick or they need your assistance. So I visit their homes, and that's where in 2017, when I visited one learner who was in a serious need, I found him staying in a tent with a sickly mom. Unfortunately, the mom passed on later. And the place that they were staying, it was not it was very bad. You know, I cried that day. I cried. That boy will always wait for me every morning where I parked my car. He will always stand there just for me to see him, and then I will give him some pocket money. Until I said, no man, there's something wrong with the boy. And from there, that same night, I called more than 20 people to say, please, we need to do something. I remember I did not have much in my pocket. It was less than 5,000 rand, but I said this 5,000 rand, I'm putting it aside for that young boy. And then I started calling people for assistance. Some promised to give me cement and whatsoever, but a good Samaritan who was my former learner, Mr. Mahlauli, came to assist. And then from there, with other community members, I think 4 or 3, and then they started assisting me with this and that. And I went out to PNL, Lost Richard, where I got some other items for building materials. And we ended up within 1 and few weeks. We managed to build the boy a 5-roomed house, well finished. And from there, people started to say, we are giving away the bed. Some gave in this TV sets. And by the day where we were giving the house to the family, you know, the house was well finished. And those 2, because the mother was having 2 kids, some bought them clothes. Yeah, that's where it started. So yeah, that's where I will be saying, Kore, I'm doing a lot to the community. Sometimes I just drive to school in the morning crying. I do pray every morning, because I'm telling you, where I'm working, if you don't pray, you will end up over frustrated or over depressed because of the condition that sometimes I faced at school. Because I'm a very caring mom. And when I look at those kids, I see my children in them. I don't see them as learners. I see them as my kids. So sometimes I pray in the morning, because the challenges that I will be facing there, sometimes it's too much for me. So I've got a lot of videos of me crying in the morning, praying and worshiping to say, God, please assist me. I can't do it. I can't do it by myself. And because of that, it assists me to see, you know, those who are in need. Sometimes I will look at this young girl and something in me will tell me, Koronoman, go talk to this girl. Go talk to this girl. That is where I've discovered a lot of young girls who are being raped at home, you know, who are raped by fathers, brothers. You know, just last year, a 52-year-old father, a biological father, was arrested for raping the child, the young girl who was only 9 years. Yeah. And sometimes it put me in danger, but there's nothing I can do, because I can't keep quiet.
Situation.
So if I can mention what I'm doing, there's a lot.
Yeah, they are national competition, Miss Maeko. So
you mean like this NTA,
National Teaching Award.
Okay. Like what I've already alluded, Kore, sometimes they check what you are doing. And they also interview teachers. Because I've got a very supportive staff, let me tell you. You know, being a good leader, it starts with the people that you are working with. You know, because I cannot do it Mina alone. I've got a very supporting structures at school. Starting from the SGBs, they support me left, right, center. Going to the teachers that I'm working with, they always support me, the learners. So going that far, because when they come to interview my teachers again, they find what I have said in the presentation is true. Yeah, that's why maybe it ended representing the province to the national. Yeah.
So I represent Limpopo
Yes, the whole Limpopo. It means I'm the first principal.
National.
So I will be already. I've presented to the national. I went to the national on the 20s. I forgot the date, But already I've presented, so I'm waiting for the result, which will be out on the 5th of October.
Litia beani teaching. My good one like teaching. Abiani Litia beani teaching. Let's what I teaching.
You know, at first, because I did not want to be a teacher, at first it was like, okay, I'm working because I failed to be what I wanted to be. So, but you know, meeting with kids, more especially working in rural areas, it has made me to realize one thing, that I need to give away my love. So teaching to me is a calling, you know, it's something that I love now, you know, because looking back to those whom I have taught, starting from Maochomba Primary, I don't have enemies. They love me so much. Yeah. They love me so much, you know. Recently I got flowers from those who are working, and a lot of, so I can say I love teaching, and teaching is my calling, and it only need love. It only need love. When you see kids in the school, just think of your son, your daughter at home. And that's what I can say, Corey. I don't regret being a teacher because I love them, and it made me realize one thing, Corey. We must cherish what we have. We must learn to be thankful of whatever that we. Yeah, because people out there, people are struggling. You know, these young kids are struggling nowadays. It's too much. Yeah.
Principal Maeko, le principal na vele le cause of it ga ba principal or le sanya go ya beli ka dithuto tsa lena or le ngodulana mo le principal Maeko Berea na le nyaka ba sa cash manager or district manager o ya beli na.
Okay, no, thank you so much. Hey, Nage Khosofal, I'm always trying new things. Everywhere,
yeah.
I'm always trying new things. You know, I've never like kibali 1 year gap year adula gidisi. As you can see around, you can see laptops. I'm always learning. I'm always a student, you know. So I'm doing my masters with UNISA. So I will be finished next year, and obviously I'm going for a doctorate. I want to be a doctor because I don't want to stop until I wear that red gown. That's my ambition. So I don't want to remain a principal for the rest of my life. You know, I'm trying new things every time. Last year, I managed to went for interviews, the circuit managers. Unfortunately, I did not get the post, but I'm not backing up.
Awa fital do fital dragale teba mushumo wale na umuvuza awa linyo fita oba secretary manager principal Maeko. Principal Maeko represent na teacher or principal uthoga ya yona raga qualifier as uzenela the partisans jele na le ditshubile o ja leadership.
Okay. But this competition or category being a best principal in the province, yinyaka kuri lava munhu yena ava na ku navela. You know, unga viti byela kuri because I'm a principal, it's okay, I will go there. Because some, you may find kuri kuna van'wanyana lava, they will just say, hey, I'm tired of this job. I'm just going to work because I can't, because being a principal, sometimes we are dealing with a lot. Bana masikula mawani, they aba controleki and all these things. So all I can say for those principals out there is to be unique. Know why you are there, because it's not a must to be a principal. You know, and being a principal does not mean Kore, you are more clever than others. It's just God's grace, because there are those who are more educated than us. There are those who are more clever than us. But being wena ubana laki ya kushikwembu shukuhlaula, because agarbe all leaders, the Bible ibula shona kore all leaders bahlawurwe ishikwembu. So I can say to them kore, if they can know kore, it's just God who made them to be principals. They must work hard. they must give love to these learners. They must always assist. They must have these ears. Yes. And it start there, because if you have those ears, if you have the love, if you have the passion, obviously you will want to know why this learner is taking daga, why are they doing drugs. We must not quick to judge. So by doing that, because the category need a lot of things. It's not all about what you are doing, teaching at school. Because Lina, yes, I'm a good teacher. I'm a technology teacher. I'm a very good teacher, and I'm an exam setter. The whole district area. So it means Nale classing, I'm doing good. Coming to leading, I'm doing good. So it needs those who have passion of teaching.
Emuleja wale na before feleleja again umasichere lidi principal or batware bana ba bona be ani skolo no le bona pate ba khono ugwelela kalje dleleng bana ba le ba skolo.
All I can say to teachers out there, brighten the corner wherever you are. You know, don't be a stumbling block to learners, because these kids one day they will grow up and they will hate us, or sometimes doing bad things to those kids, learners. We are killing our own kids, because sometimes God will fail to bless us because of the way we handle those kids. So all I can say, brighten the corner. I know it's not easy, because libana majajia they insult teachers. They do bad things. So it need those teachers. Why are they at school? So I can just tell them, Guru, don't give up. It's not easy, but don't give up, because we are dealing with life every day. We, unlike those who are dealing with papers in their offices or materials, or some are dealing with tins of fish and whatsoever. You can drop a tin of fish and then you not damage and you throw it away in a dustbin, but not like kids. You know, you throw a kids away, you are killing life, and not one life. More than, because that kids, sometimes those who are taking yawupes and drugs because they are drop out at schools, they are not going to destroy their own life only. They are going to destroy a lot of life, because that boy is going to be a father. So it means he's going to destroy the child, the wife, and all those who are around him. The mother is being destroyed. So I can say, please, let's be careful. Let's handle those kids with care.
Miss Maeko real lagala jamatas le mathono loka awadi elisa yo ikhumana ore ya tsebalu dumela ore le do ikhumana ya national la we ale yona Limpopo ra ba mududu ka lena re a lebo.
Thanks so much, ke a lebo lena moashi.
From Naja bo Matsuki le skusa inside the crew ke a lebo.
Thank you so much.